a yogurt drink help you get better quality sleep? I found a study claiming that Yakult, which is a probiotic shot, can help you get better quality sleep, but the results, they just seem too good to be true. The study was funded by Yakult. It just seemed really suspect. So today we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna let you know about the Yakult study. I'm gonna tell you my experiences with this drink and let you know if this is something that you should try for yourself. So let's go. So first, let's talk about what even is Yakult, because before I started researching for this video, I had no clue. So it's a fermented dairy drink that has Lactobacillus casei shirota in it. And I'm pretty sure that this is a proprietary strain. I did a pretty thorough search on Google, couldn't find anything that specifically said that it was proprietary, but everything that I found named Yakult specifically, so I'm inclined to believe that this is the only place that you can get this specific strain of Lactobacillus casei. It's thin, it's not viscous. I don't think technically it's a yogurt drink, and I think in order to be yogurt, it needs to have more strains of probiotics, and it has a citrus taste. I'm pretty sure it's key lime. It's pretty sweet. Overall, I did find it pretty pleasant to drink. Okay, so let's break down the Yakult study. The title of the study is Beneficial Effects of Lactobacillus casei strain shirota on Academic Stress-Induced Sleep Disturbance in Healthy Adults, a double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled trial. Which, I mean, if you're going to do a study, that is the gold standard of studies. Placebo-controlled, randomized, double-blind. So at the very least, they did a pretty good study. They also had a lot more participants than I'm used to seeing in the studies that I break down. I don't remember the exact amount. It was slightly less than 100 for both groups combined. Basically, the idea behind the study is it wanted to see if Yakult was able to alter the gut-brain axis in times of high stress, and if that would result in getting better quality sleep. It looked at students around the time of just prior, during, and then slightly after taking a test. I want to say it was maybe like 8 to 12 weeks overall, and they wanted to see what changes and how it affected their sleep in this period of high stress. The results are pretty surprising. They saw increased sleepiness on waking, they saw increased sleep length, sleep scores overall were higher, but not only that, they also saw improvements for deep sleep. Now, as far as this paper goes, it points back to a different paper that was much earlier, and it looked at effects on the amount of deep sleep that you got and how it affects your quality of sleep. And long and the short of it basically is higher deep sleep numbers are associated with better quality sleep. By the way, if you're finding this video interesting, give it a thumbs up, please. So of course, after reading that, I basically immediately went out and bought myself Yakult. Like literally, I went to the website, found where I could buy it, and then left to go purchase it. And my results, they line up with the study. So the first thing that I immediately noticed is my deep sleep percentage is so much higher than what it normally is. On an average night, my baseline is between 17 and 20% for deep sleep, and that's if I'm doing all my other sleep habits that I need to do in order to get good quality sleep. But after taking the Yakult, it moved up to between 25 and 30% of deep sleep. Also, want to mention, I am using my Oura Ring as the basis for this numbers. Yes, it's a consumer sleep product. Yes, the data in it isn't going to be perfect, but it's the best I've got right now. And to go along with that higher percentage of deep sleep, even if I didn't do every single habit that I typically do, I still found that it basically preserved a higher amount of deep sleep. So let's say that I eat later than is optimal for my specific body, and I'll typically see a pretty dramatic decrease in my percentage of deep sleep. But after taking the Yakult, it still had that number above what my normal baseline number is. Some other things that I noticed is I had decreased sleep inertia. It takes me so long to typically wake up and actually be to the point where I am fully awake and effective and like firing on all cylinders. Normally it takes a couple hours for me to be able to be at that point. But after I started taking Yakult, I am down to like an hour of being awake, walking around the house, like doing morning routine type of stuff, to where I'm actually awake and functional, which was a huge benefit. To go along with the deep sleep and decreased sleep inertia, I am finding that I'm drinking less caffeine because I don't feel like I need it. Overall, subjectively, this is the best that I have felt in a really long time. On the nights where I got 30% or higher for my deep sleep percentage, this is the best that I have felt in literally years, which is very exciting to me. So of course, with those very exciting results, obviously I had to go back and purchase more. And while I was back at the store, I kind of got a question that I thought of and I wanted to answer. Is this result unique to Lactobacillus casei shirota, or can we duplicate this with other probiotics? So I found a drink that's basically a dupe of Yakult, and it's catered to a Spanish-speaking audience. It's called Sabor Cool. There's a couple other ones that the store had that were dupes of Yakult, but this is the one that I ended up selecting, and honestly, it's basically a ripoff of Yakult. Instead of having Lactobacillus casei shirota, it just has Lactobacillus casei. And price point, because it's a dupe, it's a lot less expensive. It's only 99 cents for a pack of 5 versus $2.99 for a pack of 5, which, I mean, yeah, no, it's not going to break the bank. But if we can get the same effect for an even cheaper price, of course I'm going to try it out. Also, if you're going to go for the budget brand, I found that the natural flavor is basically a dupe of the Yakult flavor. Basically tastes the same. They've also got a strawberry one. It's fine. I like the natural one better. So when I started taking this, honestly, I didn't see that dramatic of an impact in my deep sleep percentage. Yeah, I wasn't getting like personal record percentages of deep sleep like I was with the Yakult, but at that point I'd been taking Yakult for probably like 2 weeks and I wasn't hitting quite as high as I was the deep sleep percentage with the Sabor Cool versus the Yakult. It was basically the same. The thing that I found interesting though is subjectively I didn't feel quite as well rested as I was feeling even if I had Yakult and I was getting the same percentage of deep sleep versus the Sabor Cool. So if you're thinking of trying it out, maybe get both, see which one you like a little bit more, see if you notice a difference. So of course, with these impressive results, I had to look at why this is affecting my sleep as much as it is. And in the paper, they admit there's no 100% solidly accepted answer as to why this is doing what it's doing, but they have a hypothesis and honestly they make a pretty solid case for it. So basically what they say is it's pretty well accepted that stress affects your sympathetic nervous system and you get poor quality sleep. So basically stress makes you sleep worse, which I don't think is news to anybody. That's absolutely been the case for me. I'm assuming likely the case for you as well. So then what they do is they look at a different study that looked at Lactobacillus casei shirota, and it found that it suppressed the increase in stress-induced glucocorticoids, which are, hey Google, what are glucocorticoids?
According to Wikipedia, glucocorticoids are a class of corticosteroids, which are a class of steroid hormones. Glucocorticoids are corticosteroids that bind to the glucocorticoid receptor that is present in almost every vertebrate animal cell.
Yeah, no, that wasn't really helpful. I probably should have looked that up to explain to you more of what that is. But they said based off of that, basically their theory is that the Lactobacillus casei shirota strain decreases stress-induced sympathetic nervous system activation. So basically, it makes you less stressed so that you're able to sleep better. And honestly, I mean, this is definitely something worth checking out if you can get Yakult locally. They do have a product locator on their site. At least for me, it was pretty accurate. The store that they said had it absolutely had it. Highly recommended as long as you're not like allergic to anything in it. Definitely think it is worth checking out. I've been taking it now for probably like 2.5 months. I am absolutely a convert. I will definitely continue to be buying this in the future just because it's making such a dramatic increase and I definitely need the help when it comes to my sleep. Also, got some news this week as far as why I'm always tired. Wondering if you guys would be interested in less of a sciencey video, more of a personal video as far as what's been going on with me, why am I always tired, because I finally might have some answers. So drop a comment down below if that's something that you'd like to see. Also, I forgot to mention, this is not a sponsored video, but Yakult, if you're out there, hit me up, BB. Sweet dreams!